All right, human services.
I'm lost.
There we go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Again, comparing other towns to our town, Human Services in Situate, you aware of what they have available under their Human Services and employees and hours?
No, I'm not.
2 hours a week.
Well, I'm afraid that we have more of a commitment to the people who do not have anything in this town.
I can add that also.
Yes.
We do have a lot of Situate people coming to Boston,
Mhm.
so.
Maybe we should bill them.
There you
Bill
go.
Situate.
I'm just trying to say, for example, so,
Maybe we should send them back to Situate.
No. You don't send
They were
people who
actually
need
refused
help
help.
away. Yeah.
They were refused.
They were
They were
refused.
refused
They were
help?
refused.
Here?
No, it's Situate.
Really?
So there you go.
So,
Excuse me, what help are we talking about being provided?
What we're talking about is sometimes it's the food pantry. We're talking about the fact that there are people who need help in filling out federal forms. They need help in healthcare.
Does that include the heating
Forms.
assistance?
Heating assistance.
bill paying.
There have been times when some of the elderly, I know that there are some roads in town that we don't plow. And I remember one year when that area was a sheet of ice and the oil trucks couldn't get up to deliver oil to one of our elderly residents. And that, some money was used towards getting somebody to go in and plow and to sand for that elderly resident.
It's also like electrical and.
Electrical help, oil help, any kind of assistance that our residents need, they can go and see Nancy Johnson regarding that.
and Situate residents, right? Apparently.
That's my
It
question.
shouldn't be Situate residents, but
Are some Situate residents being provided service by this town?
Through this office, yes.
I think from what Tina has told me, there were a few who were refused services, and I will support the department head's decision. I don't know why she decided to help serve those people, but I would say that if the need was that great, that most likely.
Our
that was the
people are
decision.
welcome at the Situate Senior Center. They
Right.
They
can
do,
Yes.
yeah.
partake of
Most
those
times,
activities.
a person comes in, they don't say where they're from.
Right.
It's most times it's after the fact that they get help.
And a lot of it,
She doesn't ask for ID when you come in for a bag of food or anything like that. And once you get into a conversation with someone who needs help,
Overall, just to
she'll
let
get
them
more
know.
information on that.
It does to let
yeah,
them know.
and there's a lot of anonymity that issues, because there are people who have lost their jobs in this town, there are people who are hurting. And we feel that this is one area where we should keep up our service locally in the community. We have decreased a number of the services within the state that we were giving money to that gave service to our town. So we have decreased that significantly. However, we feel that if we can do community-based, it is of more benefit to our town than giving money to another institution.
Organization somewhere.
Comment?
Yeah.
I'm not really keen on the idea of us taking care of another town.
No.
The other town's supposed to be doing it, they need to do it within their budget.
Right.
But I wonder, are they Situate residents or are they Foster residents that have a Situate mailing address?
I would say, I don't know.
The few people that, Nancy asked me if I could find out where they live, it was Situate.
Okay.
So, and like I said, most times it's after the fact she finds out they're not Boston residents.
Yeah.
Now, is she having a conversation with Situate's Human Services?
I'm not sure. I could
That's-
recommend to her.
That's something we could recommend.
Sure.
Yes, Mr. Rogers?
I know with Northwest Community Housing Development, you have to come in, you have to state ahead where you live,
Right.
what your
You
pay
mean
is,
Western Rhode Island Home Repair?
home repair, how much you make, there's guidelines. Whenever you go down to get welfare or food stamps, or anything of that, you have to put your name, your address, dependents, how much you make, what you qualify. There's serious loopholes with this, where people can just walk in from anywhere they want. And like I said, other towns, you know, there's state and federal things available for these people. I don't think that we should be spending
Well, that's.
this much money directing people when there are a lot of people out there having a hard time, and this puts an undue burden on them also.
However, what I would say is a lot of this is, like you said, it's directions towards people in order to get the aid that they need. And in a town the size of this one, I would say that 95% of the people who go there are known to the Human Service Director.
Again, this is where we differ on this town being as lean as we can have it. And
In a
that's all I
time
have.
like this, I would never advocate for getting rid of the Human Service.
But you didn't advocate getting rid of it when we were flying high 5 years ago either.
There are people in dire circumstances no matter when,
There are
it's
poor
just
people
now.
in this town, and
there
there
are
have
more.
always been poor people.
I'm not arguing that. I deal with a lot of them myself.
That's right.
I think we should tally up all the numbers of people from Situate that we're assisting and tell Situate that we're unable to pay them the full amount they want for their pound fees
Might be
because
Because we're servicing
we're
their
servicing your
individuals.
population, so you have to service our dogs.
And that's right, we have a good argument.
All right,
Absolutely.
it is, it is.
We need to tally it up and
Let's
put
go.
some value to that.
Let's go forward.